Campbell's first touch. He will come with lots of confidence. 3 of SuperSport's 4 goals in this competition to date, scored by Chandra Campbell. Out on the left-hand side, replacing Jukumanja. Good run here from Titus. Tight angle, 2-0. What a start to the half from Stellenbosch. He scored a similar goal just a couple of weeks ago, Devon Titus. They've done it again. Doubling the lead here. Is that the death knell for SuperSport United? There's plenty of time to get back in this game, but what a tough ask it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very tough ask indeed. I mean, we're just starting the second half. You don't want to concede. You want to at least consolidate the game. Look at the 1-2 that has been played there from Titus and Reynolds. That good understanding there, the one and go, and a good ball there been played. Nicely there for Titus, squeeze it in there from Gross, where he nearly really made himself a little bit big, but he was able to squeeze it in. I mean, you don't want to consider this time. And you look at also the substitution that Coach Gavinan has made. All the wingers that were playing in the first half, he made them fullbacks now. Like Lileke is back now playing as a left back, Lungu playing as a right back, but still the problem that they had on the left-hand side, they haven't counted out with that 1-2 that played by Titus and Reynolds.
And if you think you've seen that again, just recall the game against Kaizer Chiefs just a few weeks ago at Soccer City.
Yeah.
Two 2-0 the home side in the lead here. Big job now for SuperSport United. This, by the way, is the 4th time these two teams are meeting this season. In the league, Stellenbosch actually lost here to SuperSport United. They had beaten them in Polokwane in the MTN 8 quarter-final. Then SuperSport came here 2 weeks later and won 2-1. It was 1-1 in the league in December when these two sides met. So a winner piece at the draw, and this is game number 4 between these two sides in this particular campaign. Stellenbosch looking for only their 3rd win in 12 overall meetings against SuperSport United. Markeman back, Lungu into the area. They need a quick reply here to get themselves back into the game.
And Mark and Sam will say that a 2-0 scoreline is a dangerous scoreline in football because you allow SuperSport back in, and now there's more pressure now for Stellies. I think they need to continue Stellies to power the pressure that they continued with in the second half, to make sure also that they don't allow themselves being open at the back of SuperSport, who will punish, and they'll play with some sort of agency to try and come back into the game.
There's Ura. Ocon the defender. Ura is so strong. Giddy here. Keeps it in play. Titus, De Jong, Ura. De Jong again. Ocon the defender. Very tough to get past him. He's done well there with Lungu. And out of play. So you're a coach, you make 3 changes, and all of a sudden you're 2-0 down. Your best laid plans quickly going awry. That's going to go for a corner.
It becomes very difficult because you're making those changes to try and impact the game positively with the youngsters, Magidigiti, Matewe, and the Campbell, to try and install a little bit of some energy going forward. But then again, you concede again. And I think it's how then they restructure themselves, that is SuperSport, to get themselves back into the game.
Comes off and Globo. Throw in it'll be to Stellenbosch, keeping the pressure up there early in the second half. Header from Ocon. It's back in from De Jong. Up in the air from Markeman. Campbell. Goes for a handball from Taba. Referee not interested. This will fall for Reyners. Adams had the last touch, I think. Game perhaps for Markema now to start looking to take it by the scruff of the neck and impose himself on this encounter. Ocon forward. Utewi's a big unit up front for a 17-year-old. He's a youngster with fine prospects. Very exciting to always see someone as young as him being thrown into the fray, to see what he's got. Are we looking at a star of the future, perhaps? Now Lekay. Lekay at left back, Lungu at right. And the youngsters a little further forward. Lungu with the ball in. Mutewi with the header. Didn't make much contact on that. Now Adams. He's got options left and right. De Jong. He's away. Andre De Jong looks up. Can he make it 3? Yes, he can. Desperate effort from Ocon, but it'll be De Jong's goal. And Stellenbosch move further ahead. What an emphatic scoreline this is now. And well-deserved goal for Andre De Jong.
I mean, he's been having such a fantastic game. Very smart playing in just under rain. But look at the ball that has been played there by Adams, making a right choice on the right-hand side. He saw Andre De Jong being in space, and it's a little bit of composure as well from him to see where Goss was, and they placed it there, of course, with Akon trying to defend that one. The difficulties as well continues for Supersport's defense.
Big smile from Andre De Jong. A third goal in the Nedbank Cup for him this season. Grobler looking for Campbell. Can he get past Toure? Was that out of play? Referee says goal kick. Well, the home fans are absolutely loving this. Buccaneer supporters as well. Rayners now going for goal. Oh, that hits the upright. That would have been sensational. Last touch of Basadine. Ikram Rayners against his old club. He didn't have a happy time at Supersport United. Very clever there. He's got the wind behind him.
Yeah, he saw that Ghost was not in his line. A very clever there.
Of the two teams we lost, they're obviously close friends from Rayners' time at Supersport United. Also with the most recent Bafana squad in Algeria. And he was looking to catch his mate out there. Now Ocon pushing forward. Still Ocon. Rayners is away here. Rayners can make it 4. Oh, he tries to chip him. Goss holds his ground.
Yeah, Rayners, they could have punished. You can see how open Supersport is now. With Akon, they're getting into that in that midfield now, trying to be a little bit clever. The ball was dispossessed. Supersport defense wide open. They find Rayners with 1v1. They could have done better. They could have finished a little more better than.
Jaden Adams is battling a little bit. He had that adductor problem which kept him out of the last game. I think they are bringing Gaga on. This really should have been 4-0.
Yeah.
Well, he can scratch his head all he likes, Rayners. He'll know that he's come close to a goal twice within a minute. Now, it's not a good sight for Stellenbosch. Adams rather being taken off on the stretcher. But he will play no further part. Shantla Gaga is on in his place. In the meantime, they're looking to get Titus away. Goss is out. Well, if the defenders can't do it, then the keeper has to sweep.
Yeah, he has to play a sweeper keeper there because they've been caught for pace for a couple of times, that supersport defense.
Just a reminder, they've had only one win in 2024, Supersport United, in 10 matches. In here from Ura, they're looking for a handball. Nothing's given. Ocon clears. Only as far as Van Rooyen. De Jong. Gaga is a great showman. He'll enjoy this good 30 odd minutes that he will have on the field. Even more, 35. Ura. Foul by Ndlovu. Yellow card as well for Ndlovu, just adding salt into the wound.
And see, that's a tackle from a little bit of frustration, because then they're not really getting into the game. You can see the Uri tucking in, coming inside. We're seeing he's been operating more on the left hand side, but because the game is so open, he finds himself in and around that space. Ndlovu there, making sure that they don't gain that momentum going forward.
Ura is very much a regular now in the starting lineup. Steve Barker brought him along slowly when he first arrived. Always tough when you're a foreigner to get used to the pace in the DSTV Premiership and the Nedbank Cup and all the other knockout competitions. It is a fine addition, is Aniset Ura from the Ivory Coast. Basadin and Reyners to take this free kick, or one of the two. Reyners goes for goal over the top.
He wants to find himself, he wants to see himself on the score sheet. You can see that he's probably regretful of all the opportunities that he has got.
Maybe too much wind assistance on that occasion. Taba all the way up to Goss. No, that's not cleared effectively. Header. Magidi looking for the other substitute. And a foul. Luca's got to get used to the wind now and the effect or the assistance that it'll give him. Not a happy return to the Cape for Gavin Hunt. Of course, played all his football in this part of the world with Hellenic and Cape Town Spurs. Steve Barker on the other side finished his career as a midfielder with Supersport United. He had half a season there. He spent most of his career with Wits University. First touch from Gidi was a good one, but then Basadin holds him off. Ura this time with a foul on Ndlovu. Takes it quickly, looks for Grobler. Lungu on the overlap, but Basadin read that. Ocon finds Margeman. Magidi into the middle. Teenager turns. Motewi is looking for something. Campbell, they need him to get into this game. Good work from Shanve Campbell into Ndlovu. Lots of work to do with half an hour for Supersport United to fight their way back. There was a game in Gavin Hunt's coaching career when he was at Morocco Swallows, early 2000s. They were 3-0 down against Manning Rangers at half-time. Came back to draw that game. Ishmael Toure is in a bit of pain here, but he waves away the medical team. Big hard man from West Africa.
And I guess also with the changes as well that Coach Gavin had made with Mateo and Probla again playing up front, it's a like for like. So you want somebody that will actually trouble Stellis with a little bit of pace there up front.
Reyners in with a chance. Tight angle for him. He scores! Ikram Reyners has got the goal he's been looking for. 4-0 is the scoreline here in this cup quarter-final. Well, he was always going to shoot that one, despite the angle.
Yeah, despite the angle, because he's been looking for that goal, especially with the ones that he missed. The first one in the first half where Uro scored, and the second one as well in the second half where he had 1v1, but with an awkward angle there. He finds himself there. Look at the passes as well. Finds himself open there, of course with a little bit of a deflection, but yeah, you're expecting God to do a little bit more better there, especially with the angle that is closed so well. But then a striker's instinct. Awkward angle, no problem. I'll just put power just in between you and the post.
They are running riot now, are the home side. Stellenbosch leading Supersport United by 4-0, and there is still half an hour's football ahead of us. Can they make it more? They had a good 3-0 win just the other day at home in the league against Royal AM here. The fans have been well treated by their heroes on this pitch. Reyners now almost into Titus. Hlachmayo with the interception.
I mean, the combination, the understanding between Titus and Reyners is unbelievable, because you can see Titus trust Reyners that he's going to turn, and he start making those runs inside, and for a left back it's very difficult to pass him on because it comes with so much speed. But there, good block there and anticipation from Hlachmayo.
Well, they've had some big wins, Stellenbosch. Last season, you remember, on their way to the Cup semi-final, they beat TS Galaxy 6-3 away at Bombela, but that's a 3-goal difference. They beat Mamelodi Sundowns 3-0 away when Sundowns had already clinched the league title. That was at the Amatak Stadium. But a 4-0 scoreline against the team of Supersport's repute is something of a novelty for Stellenbosch. Here's Campbell, straight at Masuruke.
Yeah, a little bit better there from Campbell, who has been starved the ball, especially in the second half, because the pressure that Stellis are putting. He needs to be more on the ball. They need to give him that supply, isolate Van Rooyen in 1v1 situations there on the left-hand side, and try and get a little bit of crosses there for Mateo and Probla inside the box.
Gaga cleverly wins the corner, so the pressure continues. So we mentioned earlier Supersport in the previous round of this competition beating Milford 6-1. That's the new club record winning margin. Their best result against fellow top flight opposition is a 3-goal margin. Reyners with a block. Ura. They've never won by 4 clear goals previously against opposition in the same league as them in the top flight. Gaga brought down, referee says play on, you've got the advantage. Shrugs his shoulders, Mr. Gaza. Well, he did tell you Gaga was going to be a bit of a showman. Here's Basadin, De Jong, they all want to add their name to the score sheet. Van Rooyen lays it back for Reyners. Not properly blocked there. It's eventually it will be cleared away by Lyle Lekay. Toure at the back, all on his own there, with Campbell trying to win possession. The big frame of Toure eventually gets the ball, and Campbell goes into the book.
It's interesting as well to see how all the front four from Stellis are also the ones that are on the score sheet. De Jong, Ure, Reyners and the Titus as well. It's just a combination and understanding between just the 4 of them. It's amazing to see, and you can see now, of course, with the scoreline you play with a little bit of confidence, but you can see that there's the continuity of what we were doing in the first half. Those runs, those understanding, the passing, the movements as well, becomes very, very difficult for Supersport to be able to defend those.
The only time that Stellenbosch have scored 4 goals against the fellow team from the top flight was Highlands Park in their first season in the top flight. They won 4-1 away. Foul by Markoman. Supersport United making 2 more changes. Another youngster coming on, Baloy. And then Igudaro, the Nigerian striker, he'll replace Bradley Krobla. And Baloy will come on for Ocon. Baloy into defence, Igudaro up front. 5 changes made by Gavin Hunt. He's thinking now about that midweek game against Polokwane City. Supersport United's heaviest defeat, by the way, in their club history. Twice they've lost 5-0. Arcadia Shepherds 1990, when they were still known as Pretoria City, and Mamelodi Sundowns beat them 5-0 in 2017. Giddy now to the line. Can he get the ball back? Baga is the defender. Markaman there. Here's Lungu with a cross. Comes off the head of Mtaba. Now De Jong. Bassadin, Reyners. De Jong looking to chip it into a running Titus, but Titus was stationary.
Again, they continue again with that understanding of passes and movements. De Jong as well becomes very instrumental in just playing in that pocket where he becomes so difficult to defend, and also Reynolds as well becoming clever, coming short to be able to receive, because he knows that Hlachaya won't be able to follow him, and that creates enough space for the two to be able to operate.
Those 2 Orlando Pirates ladies, well, I'm sure will be in front of their television sets by 6 p.m. tonight, when the Buccaneers are up against Amazulu away in the next of the Nedbank Cup quarterfinals. That's coming up straight after this game, live on your World of Champions, of course. In the meantime, De Jong, Titus, still in play. That's kept in by Lungu. Holds off Magidi. It's back with Markaman. Hasn't missed a game all season for Supersport United. Markaman, he's sitting on 3 yellows, so his next caution will mean a 1-match suspension. Let's see if he can hold out for the rest of the season. Campbell. Magidi, supply. Ture doesn't clear. Was there a hand in there? Caught by Masuluke.
On the Supersport attack, I don't see too many claims for calling for that handball, but it was a good cross. You could see that it's bitten Thaba.
Oh, I think Ngidi had his hand in an unnatural position there, and that might have been a spot kick for Supersport United. Now, Steve Barker's going to make some changes. He's got a game on Wednesday as well to think about. Sekhukhune United away from home. So, Van Beek and Kyle Jurgens to come on. Who's coming off? Aniset Ura to be replaced by Van Beek, and Nduli to be replaced by Jurgens. Jurgens had a debut against Mamelodi Sundowns as man of the match in his very first game. Malloy. Ross to clear. Supersport are missing Siana Kulu, who's got a little bit of a niggle at the moment, not considered for the last 2 encounters. Rainers, you can see the wind is strong again. And Globo on the free kick. He's always in the walls in the midfield in Globo.
I think for today's game, him and Mahaman, they've been struggling a little bit in that midfield because they get so isolated with De Jong and earlier on with Adams and Nduli as well, those because they're playing in a triangle, and the Supersport they're playing too flat. It becomes very difficult to defend the 3, and that's why I perceive perhaps we haven't seen Maraman being more into the game to be able to affect the game positively for Supersport.
Iguodaro now. I want to prove something here to his coach in terms of getting some regular action in the team. Certainly the starting lineup. Under 20 minutes remain now. Stellenbosch with 1 foot in the semi-finals. It would be a remarkable turnaround if Supersport are to get themselves back into this tie. They are looking for some consolation here. Campbell turns. Jurgens comes to challenge him. There are a lot of youngsters out on the pitch at the moment now with all the changes being made. A very positive sign for South African football.
Very positive indeed. With all the young boys being played in such a big game as well, just to try and test them to see themselves as to how far are they as well, and to deal with the nerves, because that's the first thing that comes to mind as a young player playing in such games, being brought on to be able to have the game affected positively.
Busted in. Well, Reynolds was well offside. I don't know why he played it in towards him when Van Beek was a better option on the left. You can see the strength here of the 17-year-old Muteri. But Ate Kosi and Tabo, who's not all that old himself, just out of his teens, gets a nice strong tackle in.
It is a strong boy indeed. Physicality there, can stand as well.
Masuluke, oh, that almost blew away from him, but he's such a tall keeper. Now over the top from Van Rooyen. Wind will take it away from Reyners. Well, 4 goals today. We've had 4 yellow cards as well. This is the kind of cup football that we've been hoping for in the Nedbank Cup this season. No disappointment here at Darnie Craven this afternoon.
Yeah.
Let's hope it continues at Moses Mabhida at 6 o'clock. Antonio van Beek. Gaga. De Jong. Jurgens. Masalukia into play here. That's good distribution from a static position, finding Van Rooyen and Titus now. Good work from young defender Beloy. Good flick on there from Iguodaro. Tara with a good strong challenge. Still nice and physical out there. Jurgens, Gaga. "15 minutes to go. They're going to enjoy themselves here, Stellenbosch." Masuluke hoping to get Van Beek away. Lungu with the header. Now Jurgens losing out. Almost finding Reyners there, but Hlachwayo has possession. He looks up. Ball hangs up with the wind. Reyners, De Jong, back to Reyners again. Lungu the defender, he'll clear away. Carl Jurgens out to Antonio van Beek. Toure, Jurgens. Hopefully they'll be looking for more goals. Foul on Reyners by Ndlovu. Remember, he's been booked already. Be careful now.
I better be careful. And I think also from Coach Gavinan, who wanted the SuperSport players to try and press a little bit higher and trying to win the ball back, because right now Steadies are playing more in their own half, trying to keep possession, and you want to put a little more pressure because, I mean, you're 4-0 down, you want to chase the score. You need to put a little bit of some energy and trying to get the ball back.
Good flick on here in search of Ighodaro. Clearance from Basadin. De Jong with a lovely touch. Now, can he get Titus going? Too much. And remember, he's got to take the wind into account there.
Yeah.
Van Rooyen, De Jong, Margaman comes away with it. Sava's having a good game, hoping that he might keep his place with Malloy Sani back for the next match. One match suspension for the regular centre-back, the regular partner of Ismail Toure. Pass it in. That's good running from Beek into space. His pass, though, is a tough one. That's excellently done by Devon Titus. Now Dino van Rooyen. De Jong streaming into the penalty area. Gets the shot in. Takes a deflection. It'll be a corner. Ross would have been mightily relieved that that one went wide of the posts. Let's see how close it was.
It wasn't too far off, isn't it?
I think there would have been an own goal off the back of Hlachwayo.
See, the problem as well with those late runs that De Jong makes, it makes it very difficult to be able to track them, especially when there's no pressure on the man on the ball. And you can see defensively, SuperSport have been disjointed from the minute the game started, and you can see also on the scoreline with the game as well, the time on the clock, that continues to haunt them.
Gaga to take it to Basadin, left foot, blocked by Gidi. It's Van Beek turning it on. And Gaga at times concentrating a little too much on himself rather than the team.
Yeah.
Van Rooyen, De Jong. Another two tough games to come in the next 7 days on the road at Sekhukhune and at Galaxy. De Jong. Strong challenge from McKay on Titus. Turns possession over. SuperSport now. Ndlovu. Margaman. Ighodaro. This is better from the visitors. Chandra Campbell. Into the penalty area. Over the head of the two strikers up front. Lungu with a desperate battle to keep it in play. Hope he didn't hurt himself there. This game will go Supersport's chances of silverware this season. Stellenbosch will continue their hunt for a second trophy in this campaign. Campbell, Ighodaro, Toure takes it away, up to Titus. Reiners will be looking for more. Reiners on the run, Jurgens, De Jong, Titus out wide, has to track a little bit. Reiners, Jurgens, Van Wyk now. A little shallow there for Ikram Reiners. De Jong is looking across at the bench. Janino Palace, by the way, standing by to come on. He hasn't played since that Carling Classic game in January where he got injured. Now De Jong. This could be too close to Masuluke, but Toure got there ahead of the keeper. Basidin. Reiners, Titus, no. It will fall here for Lyle Kay with the left foot. Jurgens blocks. Return here. Lungu.
Come on, guys, let's be serious, come on! Stop!
Cross inside from Lungu. This might be a chance for Ighodaro on the turn. And I think that about sums up the afternoon.
Indeed.
For Gavin Hunt's side.
Indeed, they've been struggling to get the balls inside the box. There you go, Ighodaro having a nice control, but unable to try and hit the target, to try and force the save for Masuluke.
Andre de Jong will get a warm round of applause from the fans here. Outstanding game from the New Zealander. Janino Palace makes his return after 3 months out with injury. Here's a reminder of de Jong's contribution. Goal number 3 in this game. And a little help on the way from Ime Ocon as well. Then a change at left back. Sibande on in place of Basidin. Sibande will bring some pace down the flank, matching what Basidin did in terms of setting up attacking options. Markaman. Now Van Wyk. Titus with Lekay. Lekay does well.
Titus doesn't stop running. Forever wants that ball behind. He's hungry for more goals.
Stunning game he had against Kaizer Chiefs. He wasn't all that great, I've got to be honest with you, against Sekukune. Went off early in that match. Just understandable as a footballer, you can't keep up the high standards all the time. Every now and then a little fat game, but I think when they talk man of the season, there's obviously going to be a lot of contenders from runaway leaders Mamelodi Sundowns, but from the rest, Devon Titus is certainly going to be up there amongst the contenders. Foul by Jurgens on Lungu. You can see on the clock now, we've only got 5 minutes but stoppage time remaining. Markaman's header is cleared away by Taba. Glovo held back by Jurgens. That's another free kick conceded by this young sub. Just getting caught.
I think also they haven't really got into the game because the tempo of the game is this high. You're coming on as a substitute and you're playing against the team that has to come back into the game.
The K left foot. Masuluke has hardly put a foot wrong all game long. He's played all the cup matches. Nice that Steve Barker's given him that opportunity. Reiners was offside. And again, a lovely little combination from Roy and Raiders, and then the late run coming in from Devon Titus.
I mean, they do it so perfect with the third man run. You can tell that this has been done at training, that there's a lot of understanding. When Rainers, it doesn't play out and out and just in between the two centre backs. It makes those movements, and whenever he's not in a central area, there's always a winger that comes in there to make the